someone tell me how the hell he got into our system?
Oh, shit. He hacked us.
So hi everyone, I'm Edie and here I am based in Sydney, Australia. So just a quick video that we just saw was actually one of the scenes in James Bond video 007. And I believe you have probably seen a similar hacking thing in some of the other movies. You may think it's a little bit exaggerating, but you know what? It is something that could happen in real life. So today I'm going to talk about closing the gap in protecting personal data via privacy law and personal cyber insurance in Australia. So if you're currently living in Australia, you definitely heard about the recent news about data breach of Medibank and Optus. So Medibank has recently confirmed hackers had access to data of all their policyholders, which is around 3.9 million customers. And since COVID, we're seeing a significant increase in use of technology and a shift towards the digital economy. More people start to work from home, which increases the usage of company network remotely. And Australia started to use telehealth, which you can meet with your doctors online. And recent report says in Australia, a cybercrime was reported every 8 minutes over the past financial year, and cyber risk cost the economy $33 billion. So this reflects the increasing risk of personal data being hacked. There are two ways we can do to help improving personal data privacy. The first one is through enhancement of Australia privacy law, and the second is through personal cyber insurance. So Australia currently has Privacy Act 1988, which is the principal piece of Australian legislation protecting the handling of personal information about individuals. Significant amendments were made in 2014 and 2017 to help improve the handling of personal information by Australia. Then this also includes the introduction of notifiable data breach scheme in 2018, which requires notification to be sent to affected individuals where an entity subject to the Privacy Act experiences a data breach of personal information. And the Australian government is currently conducting a review of the Privacy Act and is aimed to be finalized end of the year. But if you look around other parts of the world, there's still some gaps exist in the currency privacy law. So if you look at Europe, which is they have the GDPR regulation for the protection of personal data, they are able to issue warnings and infringements, which could be a fine of up to €20 million or 4% of the business total annual worldwide turnover. So we're calling for more laws around consumer data and sharing. The first one is clear data security storage framework that defines minimum security measures required for business. The second is communication to consumers about how their personal information will be handled and distributed, and ask for consent when needed. Instead of issuing maximum or fixed amount of fines, penalties should be calculated based on business annual turnover. The last one is data retention law, which restricts how long the company can store customers' information for. So the second way to improve personal data privacy is through personal cyber insurance. A recent Swiss Re report predicted that the global market for personal cyber insurance could be worth $3.1 billion by 2025. Cyber insurance is a rapidly growing business around the world, especially in the US. However, majority of the cyber insurance products are for business or commercial only. Personal cyber insurance is still a new area, particularly in Australia, and very few insurers currently offers the products. There are challenges in the area which may result in the situation. The first is awareness. There's a lack of adequate knowledge in the field of IT. And a lot of consumers still have the perceived risk of being a victim of a cyber attack of being small. The second is cyber insurance is unlikely to be standardized. The type of risk covered under cyber insurance varies significantly across policies. The rapid evolution of hacking capability and strategies makes it difficult for insurers. And there is limited loss history for insurers to use when settling prices for cyber insurance premiums and coverage loss limits. The challenges in personal cyber insurance. There are huge potentials and opportunities in the Australian market. So previously, it has been mostly attractive to high network individuals and people with public profiles. But with the development of technology, individuals who need cyber insurance is shifting towards the general population. In the US, personal cyber insurance is commonly sold as an add-on to home insurance or health insurance. But it can also be sold as a standalone product. So what are the steps insurers should take? So rather than making a claim payment, it is more important to preventing a claim from happening in the first place. And this includes educate consumers to better protect themselves for cyber threats through multi-factor authentication, having up-to-date security software, and so on. It is also important to educate personalized agents and brokers who are less familiar with cyber insurance. This includes develop relevant marketing information, for example, claim scenarios. The next one is adopt the security rating factor to determine premium. This means that an individual with more advanced cybersecurity would pay a lower premium than others. And the last one is active collaboration between government, insurers, and policyholders to build a sharing data security network. Frequent communication between government and insurers will help understand the latest trend and keep up to date with challenges in the markets. And it's also important to build up a data sharing between insurers. And this enables a much more effective, coordinated responses to external changes in the market. Sharing security mitigation approach and experience between insurers to build a knowledge bank of cyber attack and share this with policyholders. Thank you.